Hi guys, it's your girl LishaJoya. Of course, you know that's the title. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Um, I'm struggling with a few things inside Second Life. If you guys don't know from the title. Now, a few of you probably follow me from like what had happened like freaking like 2 years ago and all the drama and stuff. Well, something interesting happened yesterday. And it's got me, thinking, am I really over what this stuff? Am I really over it? Hi son, how you doing? Anyway, so I am kind of like thinking about like a little bit of things I'm struggling with regarding Second Life. I know I backtracked. While you're here, thumbs up, thumbs down, comment, like, dislike. It doesn't really matter, as long as you do you. All right. Yesterday, I was calling an auction for a friend of mine, and I went and tried to call mine. And, calling an auction house when it's brand new is hard work. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes a while to get your name out there, and it takes a while for you to be consistent, for people to realize you're really there to, try to sell their breedables or their transferable gotcha items or something. My thing is, 2 years ago, I called for an auction house, and I thought I was really good friends with the person, and unfortunately, I'm the type that when I make a friend, I try to really make a friend. I'm not a perfect friend. I'm not perfect by no means. Only God is perfect. And I know I talked to you guys about forgiveness, and forgiveness is for yourself and not for the person you're forgiving. But something happened last night which made me question, do I really forgive these people? So here I am, I'm reevaluating where I'm at. Honestly, I'm I'm still hurting a little bit about what happened 2 years ago. I'll tell you, Sarah. Um, I was calling for an auction house, and I thought I had a really good friend that I was auctioning for in her auction house, and things were going great, beautifully. It was actually very eclectic, very smooth, um, and it was just like awesome. And then apparently they knew I was calling at another person's time, though I didn't know. And it's a small, this was a particular auction, and it's a small niche auction. And I was calling auctions having fun, and all of a sudden people were talking bad about me and saying all kinds of rude things at me. And here, I don't even know these people. They don't know my auction style. They don't know me. They don't know my intention. They don't know all that. Well, anyways, so this auction house owner knew that I was encroaching on someone else's auction time. And they came at the auction while I was calling just to insult me, and also in groups to try to insult me. Well, we moved past that, and I was being defended from the actual owner of the actual breedable itself. This is one of the reasons why I still do the breedable, because the person is honorable. Um, well, it turns out that this person, I found out later, after the fact, that this auction house owner, who I thought was my friend, knew I was encroaching on someone else's time. Here I am. I'm happy as a lark, calling an auction and having the time of my life. I was literally having fun. When I call auctions, I actually am having fun. Surprise. Well, to make matters worse, yes, it gets worse. I had this sister, or someone who I viewed very much like a sister, who I still love to this very day. I'm mad as hell at her still, and I forgive her, but I'm mad as hell. So because I'm mad as hell still, I still wonder if I really forgiven her. This is when I'm questioning my walk. You know what I mean? This is where I'm questioning myself. This is when I'm trying to do a self-evaluation of myself, try to see if I truly forgive people. I mean, my question to everybody, can you still be mad as hell at somebody and still forgive them? You know? But still love them, but still be mad as hell? I can't quite explain it how I'm feeling. That's the only way I can explain it. I had this sister who I loved, I mean, really loved. And I still do. I will admit it, even though I'm mad as hell. She told me a whole bunch of stuff that about drama with other auction houses and people, and even the person who I was calling for their auction. And I told her, why don't you open up your own auction house? Because she is a very good auctioneer. I will give her the credit. Okay. And it come to be surprising that my conversations from this sister were being shared to this other person who I was calling the auctioneer for, calling the auctions at their auction house. It wasn't their right to share my conversation logs, you know? My problem is that I ended up finding out some incorrect information from this sister. And because her actions were inconsistent. I know I shouldn't really care about these people I call friends and family in the virtual world, but I have these feelings, in my heart for real when it comes to friends and family. And in doing so, my stuff was returned from this person in the auction house when I rented a stall at her place and I still had time left. My stuff was returned and my monies was kept. It'd be one thing if my monies was returned, but my stuff was returned and the money was kept. That would have been more of a professional approach. Um, when confronted with all the stuff that had happened, the person would not teleport to me and my now ex and clarify like a woman, you know, but my ex sister did. And in doing so, I recorded the conversation that we were speaking about on voice. Now, in retrospect, some of the things that this sister said on voice, I should not even put on my channel. Though I still felt like I was in the right. But some of the things she said about her personal life, I shouldn't have even put up. I should not even like revealed it. That's, like her health and her situation. That was just wrong for me to have to do that. Um, I've been trying to allow God or the higher being or whatever it is you believe to work in my heart and in my actions. So let me go into what happened last night. I remove people if they're directly associated with people I have muted. I do. I remove you, I block you, mute you, whatever. because I don't want no drama, no backlash. I'm trying to move forward. But right now I'm talking about it, so this is an open discussion. Um, Last night, one of the people I had blocked and muted, who actually did nothing wrong, by the way, they're just directly associated with the person, ends up, you know, coming to my auction house while I was trying to call an auction. But of course, when you're a new auction house, it's not going to happen when you're doing it solo like I'm doing. And that's okay. So him and I, we were talking, and he used to be my nephew in SL. And this young man is a very um, sweet person. And he wanted me back as his aunt, but I found out that his mom and his dad in Second Life are my ex-brother and ex-sister, the one that I'm still mad at but still love. Go figure. I wanted to say, yeah, I'll accept you as my nephew, but I don't RP my relationships with people. If you're gonna be my brother or my sister, or my son or my daughter or my nephew or my niece or whatever, I mean, or even my friend, you know, you get all of me. You get the real life me. You get who I am behind the avatar. I mean, yeah, I don't have, glasses on my avatar. Well, on my avatar right now I do. Because right now I'm logged in, but I'm not at the computer. I do that a lot lately. I learned that trick from my ex-wife. How to be an AFK queen. Um, but in talking to him, it made me sad. You know, I was pleased to find out that, this ex-sister and her husband, which was my brother, opened up their own auction house. I was very pleased to find out last night. I was just very pleased. Um, Finally, they've opened up their own stuff. Hopefully they don't auctioneer for anybody else but themselves, because, she's a really good auctioneer. Um, then I ended up finding out he too is also calling auctions, and I was like, very, very, very shocked and happy. Even though I was shocked and happy, part of me is still wondering. I'm still getting mad when I'm talking about these people, but in my heart, I still love them. Isn't that the weirdest thing? Here I am. I forgive them, but I'm still pissed off. You know? I mean, it's just like all these like rolls of roller coaster feelings. I mean, I know this is just a video game, but there's people behind it. But I get so irritated at people who selectively pick when they choose to validate your feelings inside this place and when to not. But they want you to always validate your feelings. So instead of telling this young man, yeah, I'll accept you to be my nephew, and finding out who his mom and dad are, and I found out his other aunt is this ex-friend of mine that was the owner of the auction house. I told him to go have a talk with his parents, because I didn't want to cause a rift between him wanting me as his aunt all over again and his relationship with his parents. You know what I'm saying? So, in talking to him, it brought back a whole slew of feelings. Things that I thought that I had, like, dealt with. And it turns out maybe I haven't. Maybe. And I should not even let this even get to me, but it does to a degree. It's because I honestly, like, feel fooled, like that these people actually cared about me, my feelings. Um, but then they wanted me to not reveal when they like shouted their personal stuff on my video, but of course I didn't tell them I was recording either, so I guess it's, not really fair, but I took it down. I took the video down only because God has been working on my heart. And I talk about these various things because they're very present in the here and now. And later on down the road, when I go back and I evaluate myself, when I go back and I look at how far I've come, or how I've digressed, or how I've stayed the same, it's for me to see where I'm at personally. And I'm still, I mean, I pray for these people. Don't get me wrong. I pray for these people, but I'm mad as hell. I love these people, yet I'm still mad as hell. I forgive these people, yet I'm mad as hell still. I just feel like I was done wrong. I feel like I was done dirty. And I muted these people, but when we had a Christmas thing inside Second Life with the Papillon community, I still gave them both Christmas presents when their names were under the tree. Because I still, deep down inside, still love them, still care for them. But I'm mad as hell. I will tell you the truth. I am mad as hell, but I still love these people. That is damn straight the truth. But I should not even be like so upset or so surprised that these people would do that. But it did, because they claim to be godly people. Like, they claim to be people who believe in God and Jesus, but even I do. And I have to like look at it and go, well, they're not perfect, I'm not perfect. I have to go in and try to evaluate from that angle, and try to go in and just go and forgive people, because we all are not perfect. We all fall short the glory of God. And the same measure when you judge somebody, that will be judged about you too. The thing is like, I still honestly care about these people. I do pray for them. I pray for her especially because of her situation. Um, and I mean, I know what it's like to have my health be down. I know what it's like. I know what it's like. On many times. So, I mean, I still love these people. And I don't know if you guys have ever been done wrong in your virtual life or in your real life. You're still mad as hell at somebody, but you're forgiving them at the same time. So it makes me wonder, am I really taking this forgiveness back by still being mad as hell? So I'm just really trying to like step back and evaluate myself. And this is what's been going on. And it all triggered from when I spoke with this young man who still deep down inside wants me to be his aunt, but still deep down inside, he's associated with my ex-brother and sister, and his aunt is my ex-friend where I used to do this auction house thing. When she knew I was encroaching on someone else's time, and she allowed people to come to the auction, crash me, and then denied it, and then she wouldn't let me defend myself with weapons HUDs, or even ban people or anything like that to properly defend myself. I mean, what kind of friend does that? If you're calling an auction, you have to be able to defend yourself, or if you can't, that the person that owns the auction house will defend you. And if you guys ever gone to my old auctions like a couple years ago, and I kept crashing and crashing and crashing, it only happened when one person was there. So, so I'm just going through all these different types of feelings, all type of way. I mean, I still care about about her. I care about him, and I care about this young man that's asking me to be his aunt all over again. But part of me just want to put a wall, you know what I mean? To protect myself, to not have to. Part of me wants me to go back to my old self, basically, where I used to put up a wall and make it so thick that you could not even break it through. And I'm at the stage in my life where I'm trying to be more aware of where I'm at mentally. I'm trying to like take down that thickness of that wall and try to take down the size of that wall so people can reach in and connect. But for me, sometimes it feels safer to put up that wall and to make it as thick as possible. I make the wall of China look like a paper thin. That's how big my wall is. Where my own personal wall is so thick and so tall that I make the Great Wall of China look so thin like paper. And I'm trying to not be that way anymore. But I'm also trying to just protect myself too, because I am the only one living in my skin. I'm the only one living in my heart. But I also struggle with the fact that, maybe I'm still hurting. Maybe I'm still angry. Maybe it's just unresolved issues that were never even brought to light. Maybe there wasn't even an apology. Yeah, I think that's it. There was no, I'm sorry for sharing your conversations with people. I'm so sorry for not being correct when I told you that this person did drama to me, but I still go to their auctions. Person does this, but I still do this for this person. After I suggested for this sister to start her own auction house. The only good thing I found out about, well, the only two good things about that happened last night was that I found out she did open up her own auction house. And I'm just very happy about that. Even if I found out that I'm banned, though I've never been there. um, but it's funny, she's not banned from my place. I don't ban people unless you're a real crap hole. And I guess I deep down inside don't believe that this ex-sister's a crap hole to ban her, you know what I mean? Or ban my ex-brother. I just don't think they're in that category. So I'm still working on these feelings in my mind and in my heart. And I know I should not let it affect me because it's Second Life. But you have to understand, when I love somebody, I love somebody. When I hate somebody, I hate somebody. It's either hot or cold. It's no in between. It, if I tolerate people I don't know, and I go to auctions, and I go and I do this and I go do that. But don't, if I don't like you, you're muted. You're gone, basically. And there's no apology on this part of my ex-sister. Things would be quickly remedied with an apology. Then I can go and I can apologize to her for putting her real life situation on my YouTube channel. I think we both need to apologize to each other so we both get that closure, whether we're friends or not. I think that's what's getting me, is the lack of closure too. Because I end up caring about people and truly loving people. I get attached to people. When I do lower my guard down, I really do get attached to people. I can't help it. It's part about being an eclectic and a Hayuka empath. We can't help it. We just can't help it. And so I've been trying to learn how to um, protect myself without trying to keep a too high of a wall. I just think we can just at least say we're sorry and then move forward. I think that would give the closure. You know? But I still feel like I was done dirty on so many levels. On so many levels. And I don't think it's fair. I deserve an apology for that. You know? I deserve an apology. Even from his ex sister. Even if she has to make a brand new account today. Even if that ex friend, even if she makes a brand new account today, she need to get on voice to apologize for that. So I can apologize to at least to his ex sister right back for putting her real life situation, even though she was in avatar form, just apologize to her face, or so to speak, her avatar, using our voices without recording it. But I mean, I'm going through this struggle, you know what I mean? I'm still wondering, have I really forgiven her? Have I really, if I'm still angry? If just talking to this young man who still wants me to be his aunt, his virtual aunt in world. You know what I mean? I'm a bit struggling with it. Would you guys? Alright guys, I'm going to end this stream. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I need to know what you guys advise or what you guys think. I mean, it's hard to let it go. I thought I let it go, but, last night it just seemed like maybe there's still something nagging deep down inside. I just didn't realize was still there. Like a splinter you didn't know was underneath your skin, you know? I don't know. I need to work on this, emotionally, and I need to pray about it. I need to figure out how God's going to use this in some form of way to help me, help somebody else, or all the above. I don't know. Anyways, I'm out. You guys have a good night.